For the very first time on this channel, I'll be reviewing 5 fragrances in one video. Welcome to Smellomania. This is a perfume review channel where I attempt to describe fragrances by drawing them. Today I have a very exciting new perfume brand with me. It's called Parfums Obim. This is an American artisan perfume house located in Brooklyn, New York. The main visionary and perfumer behind Parfums Obim is Hannah Goodman. And she isn't just creating perfumes, she's crafting modern-day alchemy. Parfums Obim kindly sent me some samples and asked me to review them. And I'm beyond excited because I have something quite special planned for the final drawing. This is the official discovery set, which contains 5 very different fragrances. Let me introduce them to you. Attila, the Stoop, RV Wax, The Dark, and IT Factor. I know the names are thrilling. All of the fragrances already have very strong and convincing visuals attached to them. But I did my best to completely ignore them so that my analysis of the smell wouldn't be affected in any way. I will start my review with the very first fragrance I blindly chose to test, Attila. I'll tell you one thing, this is one of the weirdest creations I have ever smelled. It's borderline repulsive, but you want to keep coming back and sniff it once again. Attila smells like someone who was boiling birch tar and then tried to wash it all off unsuccessfully with high amounts of soap. Birch tar is a pitch black, sticky, clumpy mass that is produced by slowly heating birch bark. It's also known as Viking glue. And even Neanderthals used it to fix their spears. It smells like burnt wood. It's very smoky, leathery, bitter, but then at the same time there's an impeccable smell of squeaky clean, soapy skin. I'd even say that from afar, when you're smelling Attila from a longer distance, it smells fresh and clean and soapy, and only when you get closer, you smell that heavy, smoky, bitter tar. And that soapiness, it's like Attila used one of those natural handmade soaps from eucalyptus or pine. You know, there's even a birch tar soap available. The official notes are oud, wood, pine, ginger, suede, fig, clove, and amber. My guess is that the combination of pine, ginger, and oud created this fresh and sparkling, yet dark and smoky experience. Now let's teleport into a completely opposite universe, ruled by RV Wax. Hannah Goodman created this perfume to honor that one magical color in a box of Crayolas, red violet. And I have to admit, this scent is the perfect representation of that color. It's really sweet and tart, like a forest berry flavored bubblegum, a bit like some little girl's grape-scented lip balm. It smells like pink berry-flavored candies, but you can't really put your finger on a specific brand or a name. But I guarantee RV Wax will trigger your long-forgotten sweet childhood memories by 100%. The most interesting part about this perfume is that those candy berries are so artificial, so neon-colored, that you can almost taste the plastic bag wrapped around them. The official notes are crayon wax, cedar, amber, cherry, blue chamomile, musk, and melon. It's as if AI tried to replicate the smell and taste of grapes and berries. Time to dive deeper into The Dark, pun intended. Despite its mysterious and impending name, The Dark is so cozy and familiar. It's just like that famous line, come to the dark side. We have cookies. Do you know that there are two types of people? The ones who always choose the slightly undercooked buns, and the ones who always grab the slightly overcooked buns. The dark is an ode to those who love their brown crispy edges and a slightly bitter aftertaste in their baked goods. This perfume is a completely gourmand creation. It's familiar, it's edible, it's delicious. It's sweet, yet not too much. A slight bitterness and some remote sourness help to balance it out wonderfully. So what does it smell like? It smells like the bottom part of a panettone cake, which usually has some burnt raisins stuck to it. There's most definitely a cup of coffee sitting in the background. The official notes are dark cocoa, coffee, dried fruits, red and black musks, rose, vetiver, carnation, bergamot, jasmine, and white oud. The dark is a tempting, slightly overcooked raisin cake served with a hot cup of black coffee. IT factor. There are a few things that I just can't unsmell and uninstall from my nose. Those are the smells of cashmeran and iso-e-super molecules. As far as my nose can tell, IT Factor has them both. The holy duet of modern perfumery. Therefore, IT Factor smells really contemporary. Cashmeran molecule always reminds me of coniferous trees, of pine needles, and of mossy earth. Iso-e-super is such an interesting compound. It acts as a booster, it prolongs the longevity of a perfume and amplifies its smell, and lends some slightly sweet pencil shaving aroma to the fragrance. The official notes are musk, sparkle, saffron, metal, burnt wires, and dust. Aren't they exciting? And you know what the final result smells like to me? Imagine a tiny fir tree figure that is being sprinkled with powdered sugar, and then someone wrapped it up into a cellophane bag and tied it over with a pretty white ribbon. Now the Stoop seemed the most abstract of them all. That's why I'm reviewing it last. I've spent the longest time trying to decipher it and put into words what my nose was smelling. I'll start my analysis by saying that initially I didn't know the meaning behind the word stoop, but in my head it had a very different connotation. I associated this word with something dirty, an old farmhouse of some sort, and almost expected the fragrance to be dark, fecal oud. But the Stoop completely surprised me by being not what I expected at all. It turns out that one of the meanings of the word is a small platform at the entrance to a house. And that's what's portrayed on the official website, Concrete Steps. Hannah Goodman, the visionary behind Parfums Obim, wanted the Stoop to capture Brooklyn's dusty, mineralized vibe. And the fragrance came out to be so abstract, so intriguing, that it almost left me speechless. The Stoop is light and happy, somewhat sweet, somewhat floral, and somewhat rainy. Stay with me on this one, but it smells like someone carrying a flower bouquet wrapped in cellophane in one hand and a frozen cinnamon roll pack in the other. And it just stopped raining minutes ago, and the sun is already drying out the wet streets. The official notes are wet pavement, dirt, tonka bean, coffee, wine, musk, rose. As much as I'm trying to put this unique scent into frames, the closest I can get to the truth is cinnamon roll dough, cellophane flowers, and the rainy day. Now you may have noticed that I've used the word plastic quite a few times during my review. Not only used, but even drew various goods in plastic bags 3 times out of 5, completely unintentionally. Even Hannah herself said in one of her latest interviews that she wanted to bring the smell of cellophane to life, and I found it so intriguing that I was able to smell her intention through her perfumes. Almost all of the 5, except for the darkened Attila that managed to stay out of this plastic bubble, have a very contemporary touch, as if they were truly wrapped into a plastic bag or viewed through a plastic lens. Hannah's creations are absolutely avant-garde, bordering on experimental olfactory art. Even the holographic packaging and the Ziploc bag in which my discovery set arrived reflect the idea behind the whole brand just perfectly. And I applaud the consistency between the brand's concept and the perfumes so much. I thought it would be fun to rate these fragrances in wild, random categories and give them badges of honor. I even matched my nib holder to Parfums Obim. Let's start with the most masculine perfume, Attila. The most feminine perfume, RB Wax. The most unisex perfume, IT Factor. The safest, Blind Buy. None. They're all very unique. I always suggest getting a sample or a discovery set first to see if the fragrance sticks to you. The safer office perfume, IT Factor. The beast mode perfume, Attila. The sexiest perfume, the dark. Now you may notice that the Stoop didn't get any badges from me, but this only means that this perfume is so out of the box that I couldn't even fit it into any category. The founder of Parfums Obim, Hannah Goodman, besides being trained as a sommelier, earning degrees in philosophy, mathematics and design, also used to work as a character designer in the gaming industry. So I thought, why not pay tribute to her past work and draw these 5 perfumes as game characters? Oh, this is going to be so fun! Let's begin. Attila. He is definitely going to be a masculine character. And I can't stop being amazed at how the fragrance smells fresh and airy, almost like a cool, windy breeze from afar, and then punches you right in the face with that burnt, smoky tar when you get closer. I knew I could go the natural way of truly drawing a wild warrior who was just chilling by his campfire a second ago and is now running through the fields with wind in his hair, looking for his next battle. But I had a different idea. I wanted to turn him into a train conductor. Now stay with me on this one. That birch tar accord is so strong to my nose, and you know where I used to catch the same smell all the time? Next to a railroad. People used to paint wooden railway sleepers with tar, and my memory is too strong that I just can't ignore it. So my Attila is going to be a sparkling, clean and fresh train conductor who just can't rinse off that black, sappy tar from his hands and shoes. RV Wax, also known as Red Violet Wax, is like a teenage girl to me. She's most definitely sporting a shiny, full body suit. My character would be wearing brand new white sneakers with light-up features. They symbolize that brand new, bombastic plastic scent when you take out new shoes out of the box. And she's definitely chewing a grape-flavored bubblegum. And even carrying a small bag with some candies. But I must say that the scent isn't very sweet, just the right amount. IT Factor. He's definitely the non-physical character type. He's more of a ghost, an entity who's traveling in between dimensions, and is in many places at the same time, but never truly existing in one. And this description perfectly suits how IT Factor acts as a perfume. Since it's a highly molecular-based scent, it truly appears and disappears on its own will. Some people may even find themselves nose blind to it, while others may catch it from the other end of the room. That's why IT Factor is a perfect non-physical character. At the same time, I feel that he's got a green hue to him, since the smell truly reminds me of plastic pine needles. The Stoop. This perfume will forever remain an unsolved mystery to me. I smell flowers, I smell wet pavement, I smell cinnamon roll dough, I smell something softly green. So, as this perfume left me so puzzled, I was even considering drawing a shape-shifting character who can become whatever she wants, yet her base body color would still have this pinky green hue. Her legs were in the middle of turning into concrete, hence the wet pavement smell. And her head was a cute, uncooked cinnamon roll. And of course, she's shooting flower petals from her hands and is ready to fully transform into whatever she wishes. She's just caught mid-transformation. Can you see how amazingly her skin color turned out to be? It's exactly what I had in mind. The Dark. I feel that he would be the leader of this squad. Yes, he doesn't really have any superpowers. He's just a cool and very kind guy. He's very grounded. He's a gentle giant. Most likely the Dark was the one who recruited everyone. He's not strong, but he's real. He's natural. He's there for you. I feel that the Dark would be wearing a long, brown, furry coat. Also, no one ever saw his face, just the two glimmering dots from beneath the hood. Oh, did I mention that he loved his coffee breaks and was always ready for a quick, sweet snack? I thought that it would be so fun to add small perfume intensity indicators just above my characters to make them look like they truly belong in a video game. Attila gets 5 out of 5 on the intensity scale. It's a very powerful beast mode perfume with insane longevity and projection. RV Wax gets a 3 out of 5 on the intensity scale, since both the longevity and projection are moderate. IT Factor gets a 2 out of 5 on the intensity scale. It's a rather intimate and polite scent, but it lasts quite long on clothes, but not so much on skin. The Stoop gets 4.5 out of 5 on the intensity scale. Yes, the scent is quite soft, but it's really persistent. The Dark gets a 3.5 out of 5 on the intensity scale. Both the projection and longevity are moderate. So there we have it, a very insanely thorough review of Parfums Obim Discovery Set. I had so much fun while creating this review. I hope you had as much fun watching it. Thank you and see you soon on my other review. Bye!